I'm recording. It's tuned in, then this is the one and only Self-Love Show. So, welcome to the Self-Love Show. My name's Rachel. I'm part of the Helping and Empowered team. I've just turned 25, so woo! It's my birthday the other day. In my bedroom, this is like just covered in positive quotes and all my organizational things. And I just really want to welcome you tonight and just say thank you for being here. And also to just give you this moment, this opportunity to just sit back, breathe, relax, and just be really happy in the moment right now. Just be really grounded and thankful for who you are, where you are, and where it is that you might be going. Because that's what the self-love call is all about. It's literally about taking time out. Busy schedules, life can be a whirlwind. It is 1 minute right up here with exciting emotions and literally the next second right down here. And today's been an especially hard day for me, actually. It's one of those days where you're fighting for somebody who you love, but there's so much that you can actually do yourself, so it leaves you feeling quite vulnerable, I guess, but also quite powerless. And those are two feelings that I'm just 100% the type of ever trials, errors, and learning, but I see it as something that can potentially hold me back. Now, this is a mindset that I would never ever have had if it wasn't for the journey that I've been on with this team. So the team that I'm talking about is international. It's filled with people from professions like I was in, with historic properties, to waitresses, to people who are parents who are bringing up fantastic children, people who are really just wanting the best for everybody else. And it's people around the world who realize that they want more for their lives, but want more for the people who they care about as well. And when I first heard of this, I was like, you can't make money out of that. It's just not, that's a scam. I was like, no, I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. I didn't realize I was that uncomfortable until about just over a year ago, when I felt as though my path had reached, and like it almost felt like an end. Like I didn't see a way forwards, and I didn't feel like I had too much of a purpose anymore. I knew I was loved, and I think part of it was because I still believed at my core that I had a life's purpose and that I am special. I just didn't know what it was, and I didn't know how to express this. And cycle of struggling. And I really hit rock bottom, and I went to the doctors, and I was actually diagnosed with anxiety and depression. And that was really, really tough to hear, but it sounds crazy, which I hate that word. I don't use that word lightly. But it really does sound quite mind-blowing that actually that was one of the biggest reliefs ever. I was so anxious to even go to the doctors and get anxiety tablets. I mean, come on. Like, how ironic is that? If anybody else has been in the same boat, then they'll understand. I was so anxious to take anxiety tablets that I just didn't want to admit it. But when I finally got there, I felt like I was so mentally exhausted that everything I did, I was literally at rock bottom. Everything had crashed down. I was so mentally exhausted that I literally slept for 3 days. And those 3 days, I had Natasha Minter texting me. She didn't even know me. Like, at this point, I don't think I was even part of it. But she was reaching out to me, and she, through social media, was holding my hand and trying to just remind me that there was somebody else there. And what I feel was most valuable about that time where she was messaging me is the fact that sometimes you feel so alone, but when somebody is messaging you, or if somebody's there, you want to be alone. And she got that. And the reason that she understood that, I feel, is through personal experiences, but also she had my best friend, Rebecca Harrison, by her side too. And she had a very, very personal and deep understanding of what it was that I was experiencing. And that support that I felt from that team, that community, is something that then led me to realize, actually, this is the positive thing that I need in my life. And part of Healthy and Empowered is our plans, which is train, eat, think. Now, when I was really struggling, I always remember a family member saying to me, oh, you just go out and get some exercise. And I was like, sure. What are you on about? Like, I'm here telling you I'm really struggling. You're telling me to get out and get some exercise? But now I really understand the importance of that. Just getting fresh air. You don't even have to go out and have a jog. If jogging is what you love doing, then cool. But I'm not endorsing smoking, but some people take cigarette breaks. Take a fresh air break. Like, I literally, at work, I would take a fresh air break. I'd say I need to go out and I need to breathe. And that was because I had brought my I know to use my words in an effective way that will actually allow me to get what it is that I need, not just what I want, but what I need as a human being, as a woman, as a person, as a person with a life expectancy from 0 to, what is our average now? 70. We work for 50, 60 years straight. We should give us that time to ask for what we really want and how we can actually get that. So, all I said, being so much time kind of asking other people what it is that they want, like, how can we help you? But the most powerful way of being able to help other people is literally by helping ourselves, okay? And that's what the self-love call is all about. So if you're still with me after me rambling on for this amount of time, then I just want to say thank you. And I now invite you to do this exercise with me. So this is a book that I got the other day. It's called Mindful Journaling, and I know a couple of people on here are going to absolutely adore this book. I'm going to start posting some of the tasks from this, but it says in here, it's literally, honestly, this was from B&M, and it was like £2, and it gives you space to write. But it says here, now you're going to laugh, it says, try this form of breathing to increase mindfulness of breath. Please note you can only do this if both nostrils are unrestricted. So if you've got the flu, might not be working right yet. If you do have the flu and you've got a bad throat, chew some garlic, swallow a teaspoon of honey, gargle some salt water. It's disgusting, but it works every time. Such a gorgeous natural remedy. So it says, close off your right nostril with your finger. Breathe through your left nostril to a count of 2. Let's do this. No, weirdly, I'm relaxed already. Okay. Close both nostrils and hold your breath for a count of 2. Okay. Open your right nostril and keep your left nostril closed. Breathe out through your right nostril to a count of 2. Close both nostrils and hold your breath. So it's literally It's literally close this one, breathe for a count of 2, and then close both, and then close the other side. But literally just taking that time, let's just roll our shoulders, stretch our arms. I don't care where you are. It feels so good. We are literally like this on our phones so much. Or especially at this time of the year, we are like this, wrapping our Christmas presents. Or have you ever been in the car driving and you're just on autopilot and your brain is just elsewhere because you're thinking, I need to do this shopping and I need to do that budgeting and I need to go and do this with the kids and I need to go to work and that was meant to be in and this is happening with that family member and so Tasha is the queen of planning, I swear, and I've tried to follow in them footsteps, and do you know what? Weirdly, life clicks into place. If you just take 2 minutes before bed to just sit down, loosen up your muscles, because it's proven that you get better sleep if you actually just loosen up your muscles, do some stretching before you get into bed, and then take some time to just reflect and be grateful. Think about the things that you have smiled at today and the things that have made you feel alive today. And then think of everything you feel like you need to do, write down that to-do list and come back to it tomorrow, the next morning. This week was quite interesting because I kept hearing on the radio there was this prize draw. This is me changing subjects completely. There was a prize draw and it was for X amount of money and it was a huge amount. And I was so excited and I was like, I'm going to win and I'm going to win. And I've heard all these people doing all this manifestation and visualization and they're bringing it to them using the universe. And I am a massive believer that there is something higher than us, be that God, the universe, whatever it is you want to call it, that has a plan for me. So I feel very at peace knowing that it's going to be okay. That's how I feel. And I think what is missing from that is the action. So you can't just sit here willing something to come to you. You've got to go out and get it yourself. Now, this kind of links back to when I was talking about how I'm now in a place after doing so much personal development through the think section of our Healthy and Empowered plans, where I can ask for what it is I need. One of these being what I spoke about on a live the other day, where I started a new job and I felt like I wasn't getting paid enough for the money, and I've literally only just started it. Now, I am a girl who I was paid for a lead and I was sat waiting for it and it just didn't arrive, and I was like, well, where's my money? But I didn't want to go back and ask for it because that was just too scary for me. It was just not me. But it was just too scary for somebody with anxiety. I've gone from that to now asking that I asked the manager, I said to her, look, I'm doing this amount of work and I'm getting paid this amount. I feel like I should be getting either more money or looking elsewhere. And you know what? The world didn't go up in flames. She saw my potential and she sees how dedicated I am and how much I was enjoying the job. And she didn't want to lose me. And guess what? She said she'd put me on a higher rate, right? If we don't use our words and our emotions to express our needs, then we won't get it. You know, if we don't take the action, we won't get what it is that we want. So that was my story for this week. And I've completely forgotten where I was going with all of that, because that was quite a big confession for me. So yes, that was it. So the confession, I started thinking, oh my God, with this money, this is what I would do. I can't wait. I'm going to get this house. Like, maybe I'll get a new car and I'll give this amount to that friend and I'll do this. And then I sat down and I thought, these are very, like, material. I'm no angel, but the thought crossed my mind. I was like, this is very materialistic. I was like, Rachel, seriously, what would you do with that money? And I thought, well, I'd like to make it last. And I feel like with you at Christmas, people are struggling, and you can see it in people when they pay for their shopping. Isn't it great to just be able to go, I'll pay for that, you know? I've done that before, and they were like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm not saying that as a means for you to feel like, oh wow, isn't she great? I'm saying it because if you take the actions to get to a place where you want to be, where you can earn the money that you want, then you can give back to people in so many more ways that you can even comprehend. And that is one of the doors that Healthy and Empowered has opened up for me. So this then got me on to thinking, well, come on, if I won all of that money, what would I love to do? And I thought, oh my God, my life would be changed. Every day I'd be getting up early, I'd be so healthy, I'd be going to the gym, I'd be breathing, I'd be one of these women who does yoga, nothing could stop me. And like I would be in melon. I love melon and I love strawberries, and I'd just be living this really peaceful mindset. And then I thought, why do I feel like I need to win this prize of X amount of money, big amount of money, to have all the things that I can literally have right now? What is holding me back other than my perception of what it is that I have now compared to what it is that, like, I feel like I could have with more money? I don't know whether that makes sense, but I feel like maybe my own mindset's holding me back in that sense. Like maybe I don't feel like something's not right. I'm going to work on that for myself. But isn't it funny how I feel like this entire image of what my life could look like if blah, 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 X, Y, Z, when really half the things like that we could have right now. You just need to make a conscious decision that is what you want right now. There is nothing stopping me from getting up earlier, doing some yoga, breathing the fresh air, going to the gym. That is the lifestyle that I'm saying I would do if I had this amount of money. So I could do that now, right? So let's step into the people that we want to become in the future right now. Because sometimes the future it's like having a carrot on the end of a stick and you're chasing it. Like you might think, I'll do that next week, and then you get to next week and something else comes up and I'll do that next time, and next time doesn't come around. Do you really want to be looking back and thinking, I should have just done it? I don't. So I've got this big piece of paper. I'll tie you down using this unusual device. I've got this huge piece of paper here, and oh, look at my nails. I got my nails done. See, take time to just do simple things that make you happy. And on the paper, I want you to write, okay, a list of the things that you would do if you had all the money in the world, or £1 million, or what amount of money do you feel would change your life? So for me, this thing was like £40,000, and I put health. This is probably upside down to you. Health, peaceful mindset. And so I feel like, apparently, according to my subconscious, I feel like I need this amount of money to make these things happen. Well, next, you need to be writing down what it is that you can do right now received amount. So really, what I need to do is take my own advice. That is literally all I need to do. Because sometimes we spend so much time focusing on other people that we forget to listen to our own advice. How ironic is that? I've just had like my own little revelation. So for the last couple of minutes of this show, I am just going to invite you to take a look at this. This is currently available. I do not work for these people, just have to say this for the record. Oh my god, you're slipping. That was fun. So this is available in places like The Works. And how much did I pay? £4 for it. And it is, the money goes towards Mind, the charity, but it is just filled with like fantastic images. And part of mindfulness is literally just taking time to have a look at the images. You're moving, and to just breathe. So let's find a pretty one. And I'm going to turn off the sound. I did this the other day, and what's vital in this exercise is to take in the picture, okay? But when you're looking at it, it's so, your brain literally is thinking about everything it needs to be doing still. And and you just look at it and your brain goes, it's a picture, okay? But instead, I want you to look at it and think, what color is that? What would that feel like? What texture is that? How would that sound? How have they drawn those lines? Could I replicate those lines? Just really, really look at it instead of just seeing it. I think looking and seeing are two massive different things. So I'm going to turn off my sound, and you can just take in these pictures, see what you can see. Okay. Um, oh, oh. Okay, so to end this call, I just want to say a huge thank you for joining. If you've got any questions about Healthy and Empowered or how it is that we work, or if you just want to have just an informal chat about, or if you feel like there's something that maybe you can contribute as well, then just say hi. We don't fight. Also, feel free to like any of our pages. And remember that this life is yours and it's yours alone, and you have that power to take control of it at absolutely any moment. And you never really know what is around the corner. So make sure that this week, if you do anything, it is to find gratitude and to ground yourself. Find time to breathe, find time to organize, and find time to just really ask yourself what it is that I want from my own life right now, and what can I do to make that happen right now. Like, and I mean it with so much seriousness. There is nothing more valuable than the present, because the future is not always guaranteed. And even if the future is guaranteed, is it looking how you want it to look? If you don't make any changes right now, how is that going to look? But if you do make the changes, then it's going to be a totally different view. I swear. I swear. Just to take it back now, okay? So I love you all. Thank you for joining. and I will say goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.